Good morning. I'm Monisa Klein here at the GBTA broadcast studio here in Dallas, Texas. And joining me this morning is Doreen Burse, who is the Senior Vice President of Worldwide Sales for United Airlines. Doreen, welcome.
It's great to be here with you again, Monisha.
Great to be with
beautiful
you.
Dallas.
Yes, it is. A little warm.
Yes, it is. It is.
But we're all indoors and there's lots of air conditioning, so
That
we're
is true.
staying cool. So great to have you. And
Thank
I
you.
know there's a lot going on in the industry. You've been here, you said, since Saturday, doing a lot, meeting with customers, being engaged, and hopefully it's a good convention for you guys.
It's always a great convention for us. It's great to be back again, and the show floor is bustling, and
It is.
everyone's eager to meet and speak about how things have evolved since the pandemic in such a positive way.
It is. It's great to be here all together.
Yes.
So obviously sustainability is huge, right? Top of mind for everybody in the industry, whether you're on the buyer side, the supplier
For sure.
side, a vendor partner. How is United Airlines approaching sustainability?
Well, thank you for asking me that. We at the airline realize our own contribution to climate change and therefore a significant responsibility to address it. I would say we're taking a four-pronged approach to it. The first is we are looking at operational efficiencies and maximizing the amount of sustainable and alternative fuels we can use. The other thing we're doing is investing in removing carbon from the air. So through sequestration and carbon capture, we've continued to invest in new and evolving innovations in the sustainability space. So think about things like electric taxis and hydrogen
Right.
planes and those kinds of things. And I also think probably most importantly is the way we're collaborating across multiple industries and organizations, whether it's how you clearly communicate what your carbon footprint is or working with government entities on tax credits and those kinds of things. We're actively involved in working across many in and outside of our industry to address an issue that's very important to all of us.
Yeah. We were talking yesterday about how much impact the industry, like you said, across all partners, but specifically this travel industry has, the footprint that they have on global emissions, right?
That's
Worldwide.
correct.
So it's so important that we're all focused on sustainability, and it sounds like you guys are right on track on that. So
We are. In fact, our CEO will be here tomorrow with the CEO of Marriott International to speak about sustainability, not only from the perspective of what we're doing, but what others can do in that space.
That's
So
great.
we're excited about that.
So one area that I think we can truly collaborate on and everybody can work together on, regardless of what
Yep.
side of the business that
Yeah,
you're on.
I
right?
agree.
So what should travelers look forward to in their next journey with United?
Yeah, it's such a great question. I wish I had all kinds of time to speak about the amazing things we're doing. But I would say we've spoken a lot about the 700 plus aircraft we have in order. And that's about the experience you have when you travel. So things like Bluetooth technology to connect your headphones and the fastest Wi-Fi, or my favorite is the overhead bins that not only have space for every piece of luggage, but they have Braille on them so that those that might be sight impaired can understand not only where their seat is, but maybe where the restroom is. And a lot of those things we take for granted. By 2026, we'll have retrofitted all of our mainline aircraft. And of course, with the addition of our new aircraft, we will literally have more premium seating than our next two competitors combined.
Wow.
Actually, 30% more
Wow.
premium seating than what our next two competitors have combined. And so when you think about opportunities to upgrade, to have a little bit more space, to arrive refreshed or revived, those things are more possible because of the things we're doing with those
Wow.
aircraft. But it's so much more than the aircraft. We are staying active in our communities, understanding what it is that is important to people where they travel and where they work and where they live, and just being a good steward of those communities, whether it's hiring practices or what we're doing at our airports. We're really excited about that. So they should expect United not only to have a great travel experience, but to see that we're actually putting our money where our rhetoric is and
Yeah.
being active and participative in the communities that we do
Yeah.
business in.
And I love the attention to detail. That is really
Yeah.
remarkable in such a complicated and complex business. But you
It
guys
is.
are really zeroing in on those
Thank you.
little details that make a difference, I think.
It's
So,
what happens when you bring the voice of the customer into your business and say, what are we getting right, but
Right.
also what can we do better? How
Right.
can we improve on the
and being open
experience?
to that. That's great.
Truly.
That's great.
Thank you.
So how is United for Business Blueprint changing the business travel landscape? There's a lot going on, but what are you guys doing to change the landscape?
It's such a great question. So for United for Business Blueprint is our new way to go to market and contract. So when I first joined a little over 2 years ago, I asked a lot about what is the thing that the traveler likes the least about working with an airline, and the majority of them would say the contracting process. It's laborious. You only do it one of two ways: discount for volume or discount for share. But it didn't bring into the process the actual other components that they were interested in. So United for Blueprint, which we launched just about the time of convention last year, is about offering more ways to bring the airline to the customer, to be able to actually incorporate those things that could never be incorporated as a part of the process before into the contracting process. So I'll give you some examples of that. Instead of just, we have to be competitive. We have to offer good economic and commercial value. But maybe it is a company that has a lot of consultants and they want bag waivers or Wi-Fi subscriptions or a host of other things that are continuing to evolve that we can now incorporate into the agreement in ways that we couldn't do before. So I'd say that's a great example of, we took the customer voice, we brought it into the airline and said, let's make it easier, not only for you to contract with us, but let's incorporate the very things that you say are of value to. And that customization, because what everyone values is a little bit different, is really significant. Even though it's not part of the contracting process, that blueprint product evolved because of our investment in technology. So even when you think of your experience at United, whether it's agent on demand, or I don't know if you've noticed on your app, you have live updates about where your flight is, when it's boarding, and you can see it on your home screen.
And so where the airplane is, right?
Exactly. And so, or reaccommodation when there's irregular operations. Like, the investment in technology has allowed us to really take friction out of travel, to support our customers the way they want to travel. We do it in partnership with our agency partners and our corporation. And Blueprint is just the tip of the iceberg. I like to say our approach to working with our customers is, I call it value proposition selling. We are taking the whole airline and saying, tell us what you value and let us bring those components to it. And then let us use technology to make it easy for you to do that. However you want to buy from us, however you want to fly with us, we've got a little bit of something for everyone. And so I really appreciate you asking about that, because it has evolved over the last year. And I would say that we're just going to continue to make sure we bring that voice of the customer into the airline and be a better airline to do business with, because we want folks to stay with us for the long term.
Well, Doreen, I love everything that you're saying.
Thank you.
And everything that you're doing, thanks to your leadership. I know the United team appreciates you. And,
Thank you.
And
I appreciate them very much.
You. And you touched on sustainability, the investment that United is making in the product and the service that you're delivering, and being the voice of the customer. Congratulations. That is fantastic.
Thank you. Well, I think you should expect nothing less. So look forward to sharing more the next time we're together.
Thanks for spending some time with me today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Monisa Klein and Doreen Burse here at the GBTA Broadcast Studio.